Oh, hello guys, Creeper here. And I'm Thomas for you today. Today, it's a Sharky bedtime stories. It's the part one we are doing the first time ever. And today, we need to snuggle ourselves down and we can read a story. So, by the way, today, this story is called The Story of Saint Doywin. So, let's get your snuggle selves up and we can read the story to you all. Okay, let's start beginning. Back in the 5th century, there was a beautiful princess called Doywin. She lived in a luxurious castle with her father, the king Bright. So that means if Doywin comes to this castle, maybe he go to this prince. Yeah, Creeper, you're correct. Let's see what's next then. Doywin was the prettiest woman throughout the whole of Wales. She looked forward to marrying someday and living happily. Once and for all, Doywin has a leaf on it there to make us very happier. And guess what? They will like to be in castle. Let's check a look then. I look forward to marrying my Doywin, your highness, agreed the king. He had arranged Doywin to marry the fine prince. Doywin was heartbroken when she found out because she didn't want to marry the prince. In that case, Doywin felt sad because he didn't marry the prince. Let's check a look then. Doywin has privately fallen in love with a poor young man called Melon Dredrell. They were head over heels in love. Sometimes they have a love, but they always like it. Her father insisted that she had to marry the prince she had chosen. Doywin cried and cried. She didn't want to marry him. She ran away from the castle to be with Mylon. That case, Doywin felt crying forever. Yeah, he feels sad in the castle, and that's why he didn't want to marry the prince, that's why. I never want to see you again, Doywin, Mallow shouted full of rage as she would not defeat her father and marry him. Mylon was angry, guys. Yeah, he looks angry, and he didn't want to be with Doywin anymore. Doywin was heartbroken, and she ran to the forest. There is the darkness of the forest. Doywin prayed to feel better. Doywin had never felt so unhappy before. That case, he is unhappy, and that's why he looks so sad forever. In the silence of the forest, Doywin lay on the cold floor and fell into a deep sleep in her sleep. She dreamed that the kind angel suddenly appeared from now her, holding a drink in each hand. So that means the angel comes to see Doywin from his life. He's sleeping, and that's why he's gonna meet her. She gave Doywin a drink to wipe her memory of Mylon. Doywin thought it would make her feel better. To her surprise, the drink turned Mylon into a block of ice. This was his punishment for treating Doywin so badly. And this time, this is what Mylon gets. By drinking this drink, you can have 3 wishes, Doywin. Think carefully about them, explained the angel. Then the angel is happy at Doywin. Yeah. Do you know what happened next then? Her first choice was easy. She wished for Mylon to thaw from his block of ice. Then she thought about how unlucky she had been in love, and she wished happiness and love for all the people in Wales. Her last wish was that she would never fall in love or marry, as she never wanted to feel so hurt again. So that made Doywin feel happy. And he really got his leaf back. Yes, he is. Let's check a look. Doywin's 3 wishes came true, and from that day onward, she devoted her life to God as a nun. One day, while she was sailing around the coast of Wales, she found a land. This was a island. She settled her and built a church. Many broken hearts people are said to have visited her. So that made Doywin very, very, very happy. Yes, and in the ending, Since then, thousands of people have visited Landoyan Island every year on St. Doy Wednesday, January 25th. They prayed to her, asking her to care for hearts that have been broken, to heal the sick and weak, and to help people who need strength. The end. So in that case, Doywan need to get some like love. And sometimes when he feels a bit upset, he needs to make care of him. And Mylon hates him. So, what do you think about the story? You do? Well, I like the story too. Well now guys, well that's a nice story. Well, it's time for those old guys to go to bed. Yep, so make sure you like, comment, tell me what's this part, and as always, peace. And by the way, I want to say to all of you guys, I love each other. We'll have more bedtime stories for Sharky bedtime stories. So yeah. So well, guys, that's a nice story. We'll see you tomorrow on another Sharky bedtime story. By the way, guys, good night.